What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, for another review for the Never Ever Met, you guys. This is season 1, episode number 6, and this episode was titled, what was this episode titled? Pushing Beds and Boundaries. Now, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me a favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss this silly ass show, shall we? You guys, this show is comedy at this point. I don't take this show seriously. It is what it is. I don't buy nothing with this show at this point, because I didn't say it last week, but I'm gonna say it this week. When I was watching Aaron H and the sister with her lopsided linen wig, it gave acting, especially on the sister's part. It gave a little bit of acting, but on Aaron's part, it gave a little bit of acting, because at one point he had a little bit of a smirk on his face, and I was like, I think y'all playing with me. But whatever. We pick up where we left off with them two arguing with each other, right? So her sister said exactly what the fuck I said. If he was able to call her a bitch and buck up at her like that, girl, he'll do it to you. He will do it to you. But okay. So Aaron is talking to his friend and telling his friend that he thinks that the sister is jealous. Now I got a question for you, Aaron. What is she jealous of? I'm not seeing anything to be jealous of. That it's not a disrespect to you or to Diamond, but nobody. I wouldn't be jealous of y'all's situation. Let's just be real about that. Y'all's situation is kind of stupid. Let's just be real. I'm gonna explain why I say it's stupid. For anybody who may feel a type of way about that, y'all have dated each other virtually for 5 years, and y'all have never met. Y'all are just meeting now. I wouldn't be jealous of that. No, that says a lot to me right there. Then on top of that, you propose to another woman who turned you down, and then when that woman turned you down, you went back to Diamond. So inquiring minds wants to know, again, what is she jealous of? Because it damn sure ain't the relationship. It damn sure ain't the relationship. And then on top of that, the only way that you two were able to meet is through a television show. So again, I ask the question, what is sisters jealous of? Now, could she be jealous of Diamond's hair? Absolutely. Because that wig that she got on, it ain't the business. It ain't the business. But relationship wise, I don't see the jealousy. Don't see it. Just saying. Now, Diamond, she went to go talk to Aaron and question him about calling her sister a bitch. He says it's not in his character. I was like, excuse me, sir? But you literally just called the woman a bitch. So how is that not in your character? Because it just freely popped out your mouth. Like the same way Sienna called Brandon a bitch, that just freely popped out your mouth. But okay, cool. He says it ain't in his character. So after Diamond, he said that Diamond said you could do it to me, and he said he wouldn't. I was like, girl, yes he would. If he got mad enough at you, the bitch would fly out. The bitches and the hoes would absolutely fly out. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. And then, like I said, he was getting a little buck with your sister. He would do it to you. But hey, whatever. He apologized to her, saying he shouldn't have done it. The shoulda, coulda, woulda, son. Okay, it is what it is. If Diamond likes it, I love it. Period, point blank. That's all I got to say. Now, we're gonna move on over to Sandia. At this point with Sandia, they should just let her be. Because the women are more concerned about Sandia and Chris's relationship than Sandia is, because Sandia seems complacent at this point. It's like y'all are the ones that's bringing up the issue. She may, and that's my thing. She may whisper it to y'all, but she's having y'all do her dirty work, because she's damn it, I don't want to call her that. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it, because we saw her and Chris sleeping in the same bed together, and Chris was ready to have sex with her. I was like, wait, girl, didn't you just have an issue? Okay. I wouldn't get, if I were Diamond and Millie, I wouldn't give a fuck about her at this point, to be honest with you, because the only thing that was stopping them from having sex was the fact that Aaron J was in the room with them, and I was like, you know what? At this point, I don't care. Sandia, I ain't even gonna stand up for. I ain't even gonna say nothing about Sandia, because Sandia obviously likes it. Who else I don't understand is Joanna. I don't understand Joanna, because at one point her and Aaron were having a conversation, right? I don't understand Joanna. I really don't get her. I wish she would just say, I don't like you like that. But she won't. And it's just weird to me that she won't say those words, because it's clear as day. Even Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can see that, but okay, whatever. Now, Greg, he wanted Millie and Chris to talk, right? So they sat down, and Chris wanted to talk about the fact that Millie called him a bitch in last week's episode, right? Now, Chris was gaslighting the hell out of Millie. Let's just be real about that. What? Because she was not like screaming in his face or none of that shit. Chris just don't like somebody calling him out on his bullshit. Is really what that is. Because she told him how she felt, right, when he was going around the room asking people about if he's said things or done whatever, compared to, talking about Jody, right? And so he told her to calm down because she's raising her voice. I was like, she's not raising her voice. She might be a little loud, but she wasn't even loud. You were just deflecting because you didn't want to hear what she was saying to you. And then she called him a bitch again. Well, when he walked away, she said, you look like a bitch. But I was like, I wish she hadn't done that. So then she also called Sandia a weak ass bitch. Or she might have just called her a weak bitch. One of the two. I was like, well, you said how you really feel about Sandia. Again, me personally, Sandia would get nothing from me. Like, I wouldn't defend her at all, because obviously she's okay with this shit and him treating her however he treats her. But it is what it is. So then we have Millie and Chris going back and forth with each other, just screaming at each other. And at one point, he was talking about her bank account. I was like, bank account? Let's see your bank account. I was like, what does this have to do with the price of tea in China? I was so confused about that. Then he called her a slut. I was like, not a slut. And Greg. Was Greg around when he called her a slut? I don't remember, but baby, I would beat the shit out of Chris if I were Greg. Calling her a slut. Then Aaron H. Sir, you are a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite talking about her, bitch. The bitch word comes easy from her. Hello, pot. My name is Kettle, because the bitch word flew out your mouth so freely with Diamond's sister. Did you forget about that? I think you forgot about that, right? That the bitch word just flew out of your mouth so easily with her sister. But okay, cool. And y'all have an issue with that. Y'all have an issue with her calling y'all, the women calling y'all bitches. But he called her a slut. You called Diamond's sister a bitch. Which one's worse? I think they're both bad, right? But what's the difference? Oh, is it because they're women, so they should be okay with being called bitches and sluts and hoes? but you guys are men. We're macho. We're masculine. We can't be a bitch. Is that what it is? Just answering a question because that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Okay. Chris, another thing. Sir, you think too much of yourself because you're not the most attractive guy. Let's just keep it real. I don't think that's why Millie did any of that. I don't think she did that because she thinks you look good. No, sir. Fuck out of here. So Aaron's dad and Joanna's friend, they're showing up. Aaron, don't take that advice from your daddy. You know what the deal is between you and Jody. She don't like you. I was looking at Chris and I was looking at his eyes. I've been looking at his eyes for like the last since the first episode. And I was like, it's something very interesting about his eyes. And then I finally put it together. He ain't got no eyelids. Like he ain't, cause he has, like when I say it's like nothing there, it's very little there. I was like, oh, he has small eyelids or no eyelids at all. But it's like, cause I was looking at his eyes, I was like, are they spaced apart or, cause I keep looking at his eyes. I like, are his eyes spaced apart? I couldn't figure it out, but it's his eyelids. It's his eyelids. Jody, do you own a brush? Do you own a flat iron? Do you own any of that stuff? Because the hair. Every time I see Jody on my screen, I just want to go and get a damn brush and just brush it down. Brush it down, brush it in the back, comb it, do something. Then I want to get a flat iron and just go down because the leave out, you can tell where Jody's hair is and where the weave. I'm assuming she got a sew-in, or no, it can't be a sew-in. It can't be well, it could be, or at least I can see her real hair and the weave, and it's not blended well. Just saying, just letting you know that it ain't blended well, Jody. I want you to get a brush and I want you to get a flat iron. I really want you to get a fucking brush and I really want you to get a flat iron. God, it just like every time I see her, it looks like she just woke up and just said, fuck it. Now, back to, this is gonna be the same thing for this episode with Jody. I just wish she would be honest with Aaron and say that I ain't feeling you like that. She's not into him. Now, Aaron H, nigga, mind your business. Like, I don't understand. I'm so glad that Aaron J's dad was like, what does that have to do with them not connecting and being in bed with each other, things of that nature? What does it have to do with you? Why don't you go worry and fixate on your relationship, right? Like, I'm so confused about Aaron H. I don't get his, like, it just seems like you have, like, I don't know. It's tunnel vision. It's tunnel vision because you just talking about what's going on between Jody and Aaron. And it's like, okay, you'll see. You're gonna see what I'm saying. You'll see. It's like, sir, why do you care? That's the question. That's the $1 million question. Why do you care? Now, Jody, when you did that salsa dancing with Aaron's dad, I saw more of a connection between you and the daddy than you and Aaron. That's all I gotta say. Aaron H, sir, you lying. So you love every little thing about Diamond. There's not one thing that you would change about Diamond. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because there are things about my like the last relationship that I had, which we have put a pause on things, right? We haven't broken up. We just kind of put a pause on things for right now because it's not a good time to be in a relationship. But in that relationship, there are definitely things that I know that I don't like on both sides, right? Myself included. But for you to sit there and say, because that's the thing, we're not all perfect. But you sit here saying that there's not one thing that you don't like about her. Okay, whatever. If that's how he feels, That's how he feels. I do have a question of how the hell do you love her so much, but you ask another woman to marry you, and when that woman turns you down, then you went back to her. That don't scream love to me, but hey, maybe to y'all, maybe to him and it do. So he told Greg and Chris that by the end of this process, he gonna ask her to marry him. Whatever. So Millie, she opened up to Greg about her abuse, right? And when it comes to Millie, I was in that position at one point. I was Millie at one point, right? In my early 20s, it was my early 20s. What is it? It was in my like my early 20s, like 20, 21, and 22, right? Actually, no, it goes back to my teens because my situation happened when I was 17 years old, right? So it happened. So I blamed myself from 17 to at least my like 22 years old, right? And I blame myself a lot for what happened to me. But then somewhere along the line, I had to come to the realization that I didn't do anything wrong, right? And I don't blame myself anymore, but I do to this day think to myself, it would have. I do things to myself, like, damn, I should not have done what I shouldn't have been at that place at that time, right? I do think about that sometimes, but I don't be like, I blame myself for. I don't say, because I used to say for the longest time that if I didn't put myself in that position, it would have never happened. But it could have happened anywhere. It really could have happened anywhere. So I got out of that mindset. With Millie, I think Millie needs to go seek therapy. I think she needs to seek therapy because this is something that's still weighing on her. For me, it doesn't, at this current stage of my life, it doesn't weigh on me at all anymore because I don't even think about it anymore. I don't think about it until I hear someone else's story because I never think about it. I have really moved past it and just blocked it out of my life. And I think that's where Millie needs to get in, but Millie needs to get some therapy for that. So after that, we see the men and they're talking to Aaron J. I was kind of frustrated listening to this because it's all selfishness, to be honest with you. So at this point, Shay and Josh have occupied the boom boom room. Millie and Greg, they're in a room together. Diamond and Aaron H are in a room together. Then you got Chris and Sandia who are in a room with Aaron J, who is farting. And the only reason why but Chris wants Aaron out of the room is so he can bang Sandia. Sandia, mom, you know what? Like I said it earlier. We ain't finna defend Sandia because Sandia obviously likes it, so it is what it is. But I just thought it was kind of weird that they just saying, oh, well, we're in the room with our girl, so you should be in the room with your girl. If people are not comfortable, then don't force things. Like, oh God. So they ended up putting his bed in Jody's room. Now, what I will say, Aaron, I do think that you were wrong for pushing those beds together, right? Here's the other, like I keep saying, when it comes to Jody, I just want Jody to be honest and say she does not like this man. That's the $1 million thing. I just wish she would say, I don't like you in that way, shape, or fashion. Was she right in her feelings of feeling, betrayed and things with him pushing the beds close together and then waking her up trying to kiss on her forehead? Yeah, she has valid reasonings for that. Also, Jody, baby girl, you need to go see a therapist too, right? You need to go see a therapist. Go see a therapist, but I also want you to be honest that, honestly, I think that Jody stopped liking Aaron when she saw him for that first date with them dangling earrings. I think that's it. He also said he got a son. Leave that alone. So Taronda has taken Millie and Greg to sit down with Dr. Allie, right? Millie, I really honestly think that Millie should have had a conversation solo with Dr. Allie because, again, Millie is still blaming herself for the abuse. And I'm like, no, Millie, stop doing that. And also with Millie and Greg, so Greg is talking about some trauma that he has, and Millie felt the way about that. And I was just like, well, I think he was, and I was like, Millie, I think he was trying to relate to you. I don't think he was, but whatever. Millie felt the way about that. I don't think these two should be together. So the more, when is the finale? Like, how many more episodes we got? Because this is episode 6, so I feel like we probably have, look, what, 2 episodes left, maybe? Either we have 8 or 10, whichever one, I don't know. But yeah, the more we get down to the end of this she's naive. Yeah, I don't see nobody's last. I don't see none of these people lasting, right? I truly don't. I truly don't. Because next week Josh and Shay gonna get into it about something. Yeah, nah, these people ain't gonna make it. They're not. They're not. They are not. They are not. They're not. But hey, that's the episode. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video. Until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.